Hello and welcome back to Self-Critical, where a group of agrophobic friends get together to RP actually going outside. I'm your humble Dungeon Master, Andy Purcell, and this is our Hapless Heroes. Say hello again, Hapless Heroes.
Hello,
Hapless
Hero.
Last we left off, we were at the start of a very precarious situation. Mr. Witch seemingly interrogating, to some degree, Palasha, just as Candlefoot, who, just receiving his voice, finds himself forced to requesting to be speechless and by a mysterious dark voice to stick to the plan. As this is picking up, I believe Onyx, invisible in the air, hovering above, majestically intimidating black cape, invisibly billowing in the wind. You get close enough to give this message and you begin picking up the beginnings of this conversation in progress. You hear Mr. Witch begin telling Palasha, "The watch is gone. The crown is gone. Someone has plundered everything. I need to know answers. I don't care who. I don't care why. This has to be resolved. What do you know? What can you find out?" And she is just emotional and confused as there is a wave of emotions as she is trying to give a certain level of facade, and Candlefoot, it comes running up all of a sudden, and she is trying to convey information to him empathetically without giving away anything to the boss. In this moment, it doesn't seem like she has given up to this interrogation, but what would you like to do? As you see that he is interrogating her, he knows that everything is wrong and needs to be fixed in this next hour.
I am going to message Scott. What's your character's name? Dahlberg. I'm gonna point towards Dahlberg and message. All right, he knows. I think it's about time we start getting some answers.
I agree. I think you can just message him like you're doing me and tell him we found his stuff and are happy to give it back, but
His
he needs
stuff?
to answer some questions.
What you mean his stuff?
All right. So, do I hear any more of the conversation before I send my next message?
Give me a perception check.
11 short. 15.
You just hear that he is trying, he doesn't have answers. All that he knows is that two of the most important things in the carnival have gone missing. One of them, as his, it went missing to a very embarrassing degree. That is much you have picked up. And he is very flustered and is pressing everyone, anyone, for answers. You hear him beginning, as Candlefoot gets there, Mr. Witch turns to Candlefoot and says, "Do you know anything?" And that's when Candlefoot goes, "I don't."
Shocker.
Uh-oh.
About this time, what are you guys doing?
We're still just
We're working. I'll let them
trying
know
to get
that,
here. We're
that
trying to get
gonna
to the rock.
You haven't
work our
made
way
it.
that way
Uh-huh.
without being like obvious about us getting into range.
Okay.
Like I said, we're hiding behind the rock.
Yeah, go ahead. What do you do then?
What going on?
Well, did
He's
he
invisible.
Did
so
he
all-
message?
You get a message in your head as the only message you received so far. That's up to you guys.
Right, and he was supposed to message Mr. Witch.
Yeah, I was trying to listen up more in the conversation before I
Yeah.
send my next message.
So you guys are hanging out. You hear him begin talking to a now audible Candlefoot.
And all of us just go,
He looks at Mr. Witch and in the most sincerest moment goes and drops to a knee and goes, "Palasha, will you marry me? And she begins and just cannot turn her gaze away from the man of her dreams. And as she says yes, he goes from a pale monotone green to the most vibrant colors one could ever wear. The freshest and most beautiful rainbow spectrum as her voice begins crying. And in this moment, Mr. Witch says, I'll give you a moment, but this needs to be resolved, as he begins walking away.
Oh boy, come in clutch.
Hell yeah.
Now's the time to message him.
Now, where do you want me?
This way I'll get him completely off of them.
I'm going to message Mr. Witch.
I just met you.
What would you like to say? You have 25 words or less.
We have what you are looking for.
We found what you're looking for.
Come along. Next.
God! Send him messages.
Continue.
Worst.
Come along next to the lake.
You are the
No stash.
You hear, I'm on my way. He happens to be describing the area that you guys are very close to, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't know that. You see Mr. Witch begin looking directly in your area and walking with a purpose.
Well, I'm pretty sure we would have stepped going into that area.
Yeah, there was some rolls that were made. Yeah, I remember those.
Okay.
21 right here, baby.
Yeah, there was a group stealth check that was, that was very close. Continue. What would you like to do?
Oh god.
So I'm going to head my way back towards the group. Still invisible.
Okay.
And just drop off the watch so one of us can pick it up so that you come rotund.
Well, the second he lets go of the
No,
watch,
I'm
he's gonna.
attuned to it. I become rotund no matter what.
The problem is if he
He's
drops.
already rotund.
Well, if he stays invisible and we hand it back to Mr. Witch.
If he.
I am
the
staying invisible
second-
right now.
The second he lets go of the watch, he loses the invisibility.
No, it's a spell.
Yeah,
no.
It's,
he
but it's the
is-
magic effect of
he's-
the thing.
He
No.
is still attuned to it, even though it's
Right.
not in his hand. At the moment, he's still attuned.
Like when Mr. Witch put the watch down and he was still kind of big, I'll still be big.
Yeah.
But right now he's coming towards us so we can get some answers.
So yeah, you could basically drop the watch off so one of us could hand it to him, and then you can kind of just stay out of sight. Once the attunement drops and you lose the weight, you may become uninvisible. That's fine. But if you've lost the weight, then you can show yourself around the rock. or
Do
whatever.
know that your invisibility spell will last for an hour from when you cast it, or unless you lose concentration or just drop it at will.
Okay.
I should have slingshot at him. Okay.
Oh god.
I was about to say.
So currently, you see Mr. Witch walking into the general direction of where he initially fell into the river, which is in close proximity to where you guys are at.
Mm-hmm.
You see him walking in that direction. You are visible. You don't know. There's a voice from your ally coming somewhere. What would you like to do? If you want to act before Mr. Witch gets there, what do you want to do?
I'm making sure I'm good behind that big ass rock.
I'm going to try to find Dalberg.
Put you in
Stay
front of it.
invisible. And just kind of slip the watch into his pocket before sending a message in his direction.
Sleight of hand.
Yep. Slide
Okay.
hand into his pocket.
Give me a perception check. I'm going to give all of you a perception check.
14.
9.
5.
6.
Okay, great. I want you three to give me new stealth checks. It's a group stealth check.
You
three
wait.
give new stealth checks.
Do I get advantage for being behind the rock? It's a big rock.
I'll give you 3 advantage for being prepared.
Thank you. That's a little better. 13.
Do you have pass without a trace still?
No, it's a second level spell. We don't have that yet.
I have 18.
12.
I mean, if I'm under some stuff with some shade there, I'm good. but-
Okay. So, your perception check?
14.
You notice a very determined looking witchlight hand, a tiefling fellow, walk up to Mr. Witch as he seems to be leaving this scenario and not knowing what's going on. He seems to be whispering something to him that seems to be catching his attention. And in this brief moment, Mr. Witch seems to be briefly distracted, but wanting to extricate himself from this tiefling, but needing to hear what is said. But you know that he knows that the most important thing is what you just said. So you have moments to do what you are doing. So with that, you're behind the rock. Them very poorly trying to hide, at least based off of your judgment, with your great ability at stealth. What are you doing?
Slipping the watch into Dalberg's pocket
You should drop me that cookie.
Oh God.
and gonna message Dalberg.
You're right in front of him. You can't just say the words.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Unless you just want to be invisible and try to sleight of hand the watch.
I'm gonna stay invisible till.
That sounds funnier.
You don't have to sleight of hand it. You can't just be invisible.
That'd
and
be
like,
funnier
Yeah,
though.
you can-
Hey,
But it would be funnier.
here's a watch.
But it would be funnier.
All right, I'll just whisper to him.
Coward.
You have it now. I'll keep watch. Try to get some answers out of him.
It sound like a plan. Thank you.
So you give the watch to him. As soon as it leaves your grasp, you see a watch apparate where he gave it to you. This watch, you see what looks to be slightly waterlogged. If you shake it a little bit, you can see it seems to be working, but it's slightly waterlogged. The invisibility seems to stay.
Anybody got some prestidigitation?
I do.
What do you guys want to
You
do?
could have made it on the water
You
line.
have
I
a
didn't think about
moment.
it.
Technically, we don't know that he's got the crown, so we can't mention anything about the crown.
That's right.
So
I need to stop bringing that up.
You need to stop bringing that up.
I'm just
Bring
saying.
what up?
Keep going.
That's the attitude I
I mean-
like.
I don't know nothing.
All right. Other than that, I don't know what is there for us to do
Where's
in this moment.
Where's Palasha
Just message Palasha. You know the direction
You know
she's
the
at.
general direction she is.
Just
She's
message
currently
her
being
and
proposed
let
to.
her know that hey, we're taking care of the watch and
You know exactly where she is. She was currently being proposed to about
yeah,
6 seconds
and
ago.
tell her congratulations at the end.
and I want to see if I'll do that.
Backseat messenger over here, I tell you.
I know it. I just got this extra voice in my head. Yeah, I'll message her. Let her know about the watch.
Okay.
See if I can get an idea of who was it she was talking to?
Candlefoot,
Yeah, no, not Candlefoot, the other one.
Which
Yeah, Witch. Miss Witch.
Mr. Witch.
See if I can get an idea if she will tell me somewhat of what they were talking about, and then I'll congratulate.
All right, how do you phrase it in 25 words?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
In 25 words, and then squeeze in at the end. Oh, and congratulations, right?
Okay, we
But
got the.
anyway, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
I was
First,
about
use
to
the
cut
message.
you off on that 25 word limit there, but she's when she responds, she is a little emotional and trying to focus on there's a lot going on, and so he Mr. Witch knows somebody's done it. He doesn't know who. He doesn't know where I was. He was hoping I saw something. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Okay.
That's all you get in that message.
Okay.
About this time, you see Mr. Witch extricating himself from that tiefling, who begins walking off in a different direction. You know that he's walking to you guys' direction. You know that he's looking for a watch. Do you just want to watch?
Yeah, I'm on watch.
You see Mr. Witch stand exactly where he knows he fell in the water.
I step up and I say you've been looking.
Wait. That means we have to go this way.
I'll say that you're close.
We're
enough.
close to it.
I'll say that you're close enough.
We're only here.
Okay. Okay.
Somewhere there.
All right.
Okay,
So-
well he's okay. He stands close enough to where you guys would be.
I did say come by the lake, so
fair
anywhere
enough.
in the area.
And I step up towards Mr. Witch if y'all want to join me. And say, we found something you might be, we hear you're looking for. But before I give it to you, it's about time you come forth with some real answers about some real questions we've had before. Because we know about the coven, we know about the hags, and we need to know where do we go from here, hopefully with y'all's backing a little bit, to take care of some of these issues.
Where we need to go from here is I need to know who is stealing everything.
Well, I don't know who's stealing anything, but I know we found this watch over here when we were sitting over here, me and her.
Do you show him the watch?
I pull it out.
Pull out the watch so he can see it.
Yeah. And I
He
put
looks
it
at
back.
it.
Yeah.
He looks at you. Where did you find that?
I found this, and I showed right up under the water over there, like about 3 feet out, closer to where he was at, like kind of ballpark area about where he was at when he fell in.
I'm gonna need a deception check.
That's fine.
Throwing when we wiggle on the bus.
Just roll natural 20 if you got it.
Okay. Close enough, 17.
17. It's mighty interesting you say that, seeing as how that was in my pocket as I set it on my very dresser. And as soon as I turned my back, it went missing. It's odd that you find it in the river once again. But continue.
Unless it's not the same watch. But all I know is I saw a figure, somebody kind of scooting along. They've been hitting tents, moving along, coming back, going to the same spot, moving along, coming back, found the same spot. And we found little trinkets and stuff like that. We took back up there to the lost and found. But I saw that, and I know I've seen you with this before, and I figured you would be interested in getting it back. Especially now that we're hearing everybody saying that you are missing a watch. So kind of put 2 and 2 together.
He straightens his posture, his clearly visible slenderer frame, and straightens his back, kind of enjoys stretching it a little bit, and holds his hands out and says, "May I have my watch, please?"
Are you gonna have some real conversations, please?
Indeed, kind sir. Do you give him his watch?
I don't know, fellas, lady. Should I? Y'all speak up.
I'm behind the rock.
I'd say let him see it, get a little bit of information. It gives you some, give him the watch and get the rest. A little something for something else.
I agree.
I'll message Mr. Witch. Trying to keep the invisibility.
Okay.
Answers first, then you can have it.
You hear immediate reply. I don't know who this is, but that watch is the answer that I need. Stop with this trickery if you want straight answers.
See, I wish I could hear that so I could say trickery begets trickery.
Tell
I'm
me.
straight and we're straight.
I'll
He
drop.
is very politely holding his hand out.
Say answer a couple of questions, I'll give you the watch. and
I'll give you
answer the
this.
rest.
I'll give you this watch. But you're gonna have to be straightforward with us from here on out. We were brought here for a reason, and we're sent here with a purpose. It's about time you help us help you. Now hand him the watch.
As you say, we were brought here for a reason. You hear a female voice chime up off to the side. Indeed, you were. Amazing how we always seem to run into each other as you hear a gnome walking up. And as you're beginning to hand the watch, she reaches out for it as well, very casually, and says, "Whoa, look, just whoo, got a little problem there, huh?" Well, that's going to be tough to get out. You can't cantrip those, can you? Mr. Witch looks a little uneasy at this moment. Is there anything that you're wanting to do while Eliwick seems to be taking the show? Otherwise, she seems to be producing quite a bit of parchment paper all of a sudden. She's like, this is a little trick I picked up the other week, right? I watched this guy. Right, you just put it in the paper.
And I
you put
tell
it in the
Mr.
paper,
Witch, I said,
you
"Here,
roll it up, right?
look at
You
me."
roll it up. Give me some type of persuasion distraction to see if he will take his
Or
focus
just give
away.
advantage to her.
Just give me a roll, right?
Roll.
That ain't no good.
Right. So he is laser focused on her taking his watch and wrapping it in paper. And she says, you gotta shake it to get it into, hold on, she reaches out to her. Can you hand me that, that little palm of the, if you can hand me, your knife, please. Anybody.
I hand her a
I'm at the
knife.
rock.
Yeah. You hear glass breaking. There's visible water dripping out of it. And she goes, whoa, well, hold on. No, it's fine. It's how you get the water. And whenever she flumps it out, it hits the ground in perfect condition, no water inside. She picks it back up, goes, I'm sorry, was this yours, Mr. Witch? And begins to hand it to him. He looks pissed, but is very happy that at least one thing has been resolved. He says, if you will please follow me, as he turns and begins walking back to the staff area. Do you follow?
I'll follow. I'll keep my invisibility up.
Yeah.
Well, I look at Eliwick.
Can I have
Should
that?
we follow?
It's your path.
You got
I
it.
say
You
Just
just
follow.
happen to be on the right
Wait,
one.
you're still near me.
I say follow.
Yeah,
you're
we'll
flying.
follow.
We'll
Oh,
follow.
you don't know I'm near you.
You guys begin follow him to the staff area. He doesn't have to wave a hand or nothing. It just opens. You walk through. You see Thakos standing at attention and eyes peeled. He is marking every single person who walks in here. He is watching all of you and memorizing every face. Okay, he wants to. It seems he's been a little scolded as well as of late. Mr. Witch makes his way over to the so familiar wagon where they reside, and as he opens the door, you see the backside of Mr. Light, as well as elbows and arms flinging hat boxes and scarves and jackets. It's gotta be here somewhere.
Before we go
And
in,
then, if you could give me a dexterity saving throw as a tiara comes flying out of the doorway.
before we get in there, with Thanko being there,
Mhm.
is the other guy there, the other big guy.
You do see Burley there as well. No, actually, no, you do not see Burley there as of yet. No.
How the heck did that happen?
What? Give me some numbers, people.
13.
8.
13. But my dice rolled on the edge of the board and then fell off.
19.
Normally, a tiara would be something that looks good on the forehead of an elf. However, this one was not placed upon your head. It struck you as it was flung out of the door. You didn't take any damage, but there's a slight indentation of an ostentatious-looking jewel imprint on your forehead. You guys begin walking into here, and he closes the door behind him. He says, Light. Mr. Light, quickly realizing that there are other people in the room, says, welcome back. How can we help? As he looks at Mr. Witch like, huh? What do you ask? What do you do?
Ball's in y'all's court. I'm invisible right now still.
Well,
he gets
all
to
we
go.
know is we're giving back the watch.
You
so-
are invisible right now. Give me a stealth check with advantage.
The bubbles.
Bubbles.
20. Dirty 20. Nat 20.
Yeah, you do catch as the door is closing, Thaco, one of the bubbles happens to get a little too close to you and pops. And your invisibility drops as you are midair, and Thaco goes, boss, we got one. We got one over here, boss. So you are revealed. You are 30 pounds heavier.
Yep.
Actually,
Look like a fat kid with a cape.
And a very deep
for
voice.
some reason, you're not anymore. Now that you notice you're not invisible, you're like, huh?
I
You're
like the
not
fat
30
kid.
pounds heavier.
Does he have the deep voice though?
Because the old
Oh, yeah, I see what
switcheroo,
it is.
somebody's attuned back to their.
It takes an hour to attune.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we won't question it.
Okay. Fine. You got me. I'm here.
Huh? You haven't done anything wrong. Well, trickery it is. Come on in.
Fair.
He lets you in, but you are visible. Now, as you have the room with the two most important people in this carnival, and all the leverage needed to ask, what do you ask?
I'm gonna need somebody other than just me talking all this time now.
Why? You're good at it.
Tell us more about the coven. What exactly do they have over you?
These powers that you speak of, their power reaches this far, but their power resides in Prismir.
Prismir.
If that is your goal, then Prismir is what you seek. And that is something we would love to help get resolved immediately. You see Mr. Lyca, but then stay quiet.
So, we are willing to help you, especially some of these staff members who have lost some things, especially Durlagon, who has lost their child due to this coven. I cannot stand for that. When we asked nicely before, you threw us to the side, just kind of waved it off. So, if you can give us anything else besides Prismir, maybe what they look like, if you met them before, any particular contacts that came in contact with you, that'd be great. We need to know someone who we are instead of just going blind.
You all seem to be very perceptive. You all seem to have just shown up and happenstantially acquired many tasks with great efficiency here. We can show you the door. We can get you there, and we can get you there safely. We can give you some pointers for etiquette. But I do believe that the rest will quickly be resolved and understood once you get there.
Alright. Well, I guess the next question is, if we get this resolved, where can we find you? Because I'm pretty sure this is a traveling conjurer. Am I wrong?
It is. I will tell you. We can get you there. But once you get there, it's up to you to figure out how to get back. There is no portal back. At least one that we can control.
Well, I turned to the party. It was brought together by chance, and it seems like a purpose. I think it's time we leave and do the same.
I think so too. There's
Yeah.
too many people, got too many things going wrong here. And that kid and that Zabina?
Yeah.
Not Zabina.
Zabina.
as you guys begin
Yeah.
talking about this, Mr. Light says, "Well, I would love to show you as along the way, Mr. Witch. I believe he will help you, but I have got to find Brown." And with that, we will pick up next time on Self-Critical. Thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.
Later, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.